everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I know I said that I wanted to take a break from writing, what with the launches, back-to-back launches of the last two books in the Shadow Crown series, Arcane Haven and Midnight Rain, but I just can't seem to stay away. I was doing a little math, and over the course of the past year, I have had 5 WIPs, which are works in progress, which is honestly the most number of projects I've had going on at any given time. One of those, Arcane Haven, was released last month. I have another one that is being released this month, Midnight Rain, on October 22nd. One is currently being queried to literary agents. That is my paranormal romance novel. So that leaves me with 2 outstanding projects. One of those is a fantasy romance and the other is a gothic thriller. Even though I am not participating in NaNoWriMo this year, I am participating in Preptober. Mostly because I really need a writing related reset with all of these projects I have under my belt. And so in today's video, we have a bit of a writing related video. I'm going to share my Preptober reset routine and how I get organized to actually make progress on various WIPs. Side note, this Preptober reset routine is not just for Preptober. I use it whenever I start to feel a tad overwhelmed with all of the projects and ideas that I want to work on. So this reset routine is more of a WIP decluttering, if you will. And in true Kristen fashion, I am launching something brand new in this video, so make sure you pay special attention to step number 4. My Preptober reset routine consists of 5 key categories. The first is restocking my writing supplies. The second is curating my writing space. The third is doing a digital clean sweep. Fourth is organizing my physical files, which, if I'm being honest, is probably my favorite step next to getting new writing supplies. And last but not least, 5th is scheduling my writing sessions. So let's get into each of these in more detail, starting with step 1, which is restocking my writing supplies. Now, this is probably going to look different for every writer, but for me, this looks like getting new pens, pencils, highlighters, notebooks, index cards, post-it notes, sticky tabs, binders. Did I ever say binders? A new pencil case, printer ink, printer paper. In a more minimalistic sense, really the only things I truly need to sit down and work on my manuscript are myself and my brain with all of its ideas, as well as my laptop and a word processing software of some sort, which for me is Microsoft Word. That's truly all I really need, but I like to have these other things as well, especially because I'm such a pen to paper type of person when it comes to brainstorming and plotting. The second step in my Preptober reset routine is curating my writing space. I like to do this with candles and listening to a specially designed playlist for my WIP that's really going to set the mood. You know, on my Beats headphones or with my AirPods, my blue light blocking glasses, my writing gloves. I like to keep crystals around my desk or just around me, on me, near my writing area, specifically 3 crystals. So the first one is clear quartz, and this is mainly for focus, and then also citrine for creativity, and then tiger's eye for communication, which honestly, I should have my tiger's eye with me because you probably can't tell in this video, but I am tripping and slipping up all over my words today. My brain is moving faster than my mouth can. Since it is October and Halloween and Samhain are right around the corner, it is witchy season, so I do like to make little spell jars to help boost my creativity as well as my focus and communication. Also in my writing space, I keep my Pomodoro timer as well as my daily writing planner, which is something that I launched last year. I know some writers can probably skip this step and don't feel the need to curate their writing space, but I'm a very atmospheric, vibey, moody type person, and it helps when my surroundings match the mood I'm in, the vibe I want to be in or portray in my writing. So it just helps me get into, I guess you could say, the vibe of writing. I don't want to keep saying the word vibe, but yes, some people don't need this at all, and that's fine. You can totally skip this step. It's a fun step for me. It's one that I enjoy. So I'm sticking to it. Step 3 of my Preptober Reset routine is my least favorite step, but it is incredibly necessary, and that is doing a digital clean sweep. This is basically decluttering and organizing everything on my computer. So decluttering my hard drive with the Clean My Mac software, it works great. And this not only includes my writing files, but I feel like I have so many video files that just get, I don't know, forgotten about. They are lost in the void somewhere. And those take up a lot of space on my laptop. So I like to do a full sweep of my hard drive just to get rid of anything that's lingering out there that I'm not using. This also includes organizing writing files in their designated folders, because I am guilty of just saving things to my desktop, and then at some point you can't even see what the desktop background is. It's just a bunch of icons floating around everywhere. I also take the time to refresh my Skrinntle boards, which I will link the video up in the cards about Skrinntle in case you haven't heard of them. And this can also apply to Scrivener if Scrivener is something that you use, just kind of like refreshing your Scrivener. I personally don't use Scrivener, but I've heard great things about it. But again, these are digital places that probably need to be organized and decluttered at some point. In this digital clean sweep, I also like to archive completed project files as well as the ones that aren't in use anymore to break up the monotony of decluttering and archiving and moving things around. I do give myself a little time to create a new desktop background, just because if I've taken all that time to get all those icons off the surface, I would like to be able to look at something new and aesthetic and refreshing that will put me in the mood when I sit down to write on my laptop. And then last but not least, cleaning my screens and sanitizing my keyboards. We're saving the easiest thing for last, because literally it's just a spritz away and everything's nice and clean and tidy, and I'm ready to write. Step 4, that's my version of winking, hint hint, of my reset routine is organizing my physical files. And of course I have a physical/digital file that I'm going to be launching that we're going to talk about like right now basically. So organizing my physical files includes things like my notebooks, my binders, my series Bible binder. It also includes shredding old manuscripts marked with revisions that I do not need anymore, because I don't know why I've been hoarding these, but I don't need them. Like the book is, you know, the books are out there, they're published, they're ready to go. Of course, if I'm still revising something, I like to keep copies of those drafts and those edits, those revisions. But if the book is already published, what am I doing? Why am I holding on to all of this paper? Because it's a lot of paper. So normally I would recycle it, but because it has copyrighted information, it's like my story, I feel more comfortable shredding those pages. This step also includes updating my WIP binder, so my work in progress binder, which is something kind of new that I'm creating this year, with the new thing that I'm launching. Right here, the Pocket Story Planner. I don't know how I didn't think of this before, but in 15 straightforward pages, I have everything that I could ever need to know about each one of my WIPs. This includes genre, tense and point of view, target audience, title ideas, character profiles, a plot outline, detailed world building, interior and exterior formatting options. And yes, I know, because I am going to get this question, you can grab your own copy of the Pocket Story Planner on my website for less than $8. If you're like me with a plethora of notebooks filled with ideas and miscellaneous scraps of paper strewn all over the place, and you're looking to just have everything where it's in one cohesive spot, look no further. If you want to read more about what the Pocket Story Planner entails, I will make sure to leave the link in the description box below. So once this 15-page document is filled out, I can take each of my Pocket Story Planners for each of my book projects and then organize them in my work in progress binder, my WIP binder. And I prefer to do this by genre, so I can really have a bird's eye view of the types of projects that I'm working on, and also because I base so much of what I do and so much of my energy off of my mood and my vibe and what I'm feeling like. I'm very much a mood reader. I'm also very much a mood writer, if that makes sense. I like to see what genres of projects I have that I can work on, and then based on my mood, pick the one that suits me best. So on Amazon, I found these clear sleeve divider tabs, which I'm so excited about. You can find them in my Amazon storefront. I'll make sure I leave that linked below as well. But instead of using your regular old divider tabs, what I really like about these is the fact that I can take my mood board for each of my projects. So I have my paranormal romance mood board, my romantic fantasy mood board, as well as my gothic thriller mood board. This is the one that I have been working on for Preptober because, again, I am a mood writer. But I can take these and slip them into the clear sleeve divider. So then that way, as I'm flipping through, that's what I see. I see the tab, but then when I flip to the tab, I see the actual mood board, and it kind of reminds me, that way I can choose whether or not that's the project I want to work on. Last but not least, step 5 of my Preptober reset routine is scheduling my writing sessions. This looks vastly different now that I am a wife and mom, but you best believe I still find the time somehow, some way to fit writing into my schedule. It may not be at my peak creative time, which is at night, or in the most aesthetically pleasing of places, like a cafe or a bookstore, but the words still get written. I really utilize my 15-month-old's nap times, whether it's 30 minutes or 3 hours, because yes, it varies that much. Regardless, you will find me writing. I'll link some videos below that I made last year on time blocking your schedule, as well as creating a simplistic writing routine if that's something you're interested in. And that, my friends, concludes my Preptober reset routine. I would love to know what you are working on this Preptober, if you're participating, what WIPs, how are you staying organized? That's what I would like to know. So leave me some comments down below. And if you like these types of videos, writing related videos where it's more of sit down style, then make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to check out the Pocket Story Planner on my website. You can find that link in the description box below, as well as the other links to anything else I mentioned throughout this video. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.